everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living, and I'd like to thank you for starting out your week with me. It's a beautiful day down here, Monday morning, and I'm rearing to go. Got a lot going on this week. The subject of the talk today, this is not going to be any real serious hardcore talk, and let me get a couple of things out of the way in the beginning, just kind of as a disclaimer. First of all, I don't believe that food can heal the body. I should start at the very, very beginning. First of all, anything I'm about to say here are my personal beliefs. What I would do, my opinions, whatever. Not saying that they're universally right, not saying that everybody should go by them. And it's definitely not medical advice. Be sure and pay attention to that. I have people have been, from time to time, not a ton, but I have people writing me, asking me about specific medical conditions. Some of them ranging from, just probably annoying problems that all of us have dealt with, up to very serious medical problems. And I shy away from those because, number one, I'm a baby. I mean, I'm still less than 3 years into this, and I'm learning a lot. I personally don't have any medical problems. I've had, despite my horrid lifestyle, I've had really good health. I had fairly good health coming into this, other than I just didn't, just that lack of feeling good just because you weren't eating the right types of food. But, so I don't have a background in that, and most of everything that I've studied so far in my journey has been that relates to me, and I'm not sick, haven't been sick. So now I'm just starting to look into those things, but still, what I normally do is I'm never going to dispense any sort of medical advice by any means. The best I will do is, a lot of times if somebody will ask me something, I try to point them in the right direction. I kind of like to try to be a resource. I will send them to, I'll recommend groups where people discuss that subject. I'll recommend, and I'll actually recommend resources, but if I can, I'll actually try to recommend resources with differing opinions, just, so the person can make a full decision or have the full knowledge to make a decision. Because that's the first thing I'm going to say about your health in general. Get off this old model that our parents, that general society still does today. You have to take responsibility for your health. If you have something wrong with you, you have to research, you have to look into it. Just like I wouldn't recommend, you just can't go to a doctor, just put yourself in his hands, any one doctor. You can't ask anybody out in a YouTube world or people that do this lifestyle either. You have to have your due diligence, and you have to do the research, and it has to make sense to you. So, those disclaimers. Number two, like I said, I don't believe food heals the body. I believe the body has the capacity to heal itself, and all the changing of the diet does is just clears the way for the body to heal itself. Now, yes, I mean, I do have my beliefs on antioxidants and certain things that affect the body in a certain way, but in the end, I believe it's more about what we're leaving out of our body and what we're just giving our body a chance to, how to say this the clearest. I think we're just getting, if we can eliminate putting as much of the gunk and the junk in our body is free to operate like it was meant to operate, and it will be able to heal a lot of these infirmities that you might have or that people might have. I mean, I just know for me, I guess you could call it healings in a way. I mean, I know my skin is really good now. I don't ever get clogged up. No mucus hardly. I can't tell you the last time. I'm sometimes not sure now if I get a cold every blue moon, just because there's no mucus in there to express it. I've had a few times, where I'm sneezy or, I feel something for a couple of days, but then boom, it's gone. But that could be allergies. My digestion is pretty much, I didn't have bad digestion before this lifestyle, but my digestion is pretty much flawless now. Okay, so got a few of those disclaimers out of the way. I'll just tell you, and like I say, this is just my views on the subject, my opinion. When something's really wrong with the body, when we're trying to heal something that's serious, or when we're even just trying to heal something to get rid of some major pain or some major aggravation in the body, now, I am not one of those raw as law type people. I I'm pretty open to all the different modalities of the high carb vegan lifestyle, whether people eat starches, whether they eat grains. I don't like the grains personally. They just don't do it for me, but I never really was a big grain person anyway. So like I say, I don't demonize any of those foods. I don't demonize eating cooked food. I still eat cooked food from time to time when I go back to the States and when I choose to. I don't know if I'll ever go to be fully raw, but I will tell you this. If I had some sort of a major health issue, yes, I think I would say for me the rawer the better during a healing crisis, during trying to fix your body or let your body fix itself from some sort of medical condition, pain, sickness, whatever it is. I do believe in those circumstances that the easier the workload is on the body, the more your body has to put its energy towards healing. Now, I had thought before, and this is somewhere, I've changed directions a little bit on this. I was very interested when I got into this lifestyle, into fasting and the healing of the fasting and what have you. And I'm not against it. I'm not one of these anti-fasters. And please, dear God, do not start some sort of a fasting back and forth argument in comments. You can. This has nothing to do with fasting. I know everybody's got their opinion on that. Whereas before I thought, you know, if I had something major, I would just go to ground like animals do and water fast. And I might do that if I was to get a cold. That would be more experimental. If I got some sort of illness and it was something like a cold or a light flu for a couple of days, I might dabble with that just to see. But I'm of the opinion now, I think I like kind of a middle way. I like nutrition coming into the body. I might go back and look at the fasting aspect of healing at some point, but right now I just think it's a cleanliness thing. And for me, if something happens to me tomorrow, it would probably, and I go to some groups, here's the one thing that I have seen, even though, like I say, I don't preach the raw is law thing, and I've watched a lot of people out there, and they have a lot of the common issues that I see in some of the groups that I go to are the autoimmune disorders, lupus. Now, I'm not sure, is lupus an autoimmune disorder, or is lupus similar to that, or is it just by the same? I'm gonna have to look up lupus a little bit more. I think lupus is an autoimmune disorder, but anyway, the group of autoimmune disorders, various gut disorders, whether it be Crohn's, whether it be colitis, whether it be IBS, whether it be leaky gut. Now, what I have noticed there is, and I would like to see some other stories from people that have maybe healed that kind of thing without this, without raw vegan. But most of the people that I know that have healed some of those really severe disorders have pretty much done it with the raw vegan diet, and they've done it with a very stringent version of the raw vegan diet. I know I go to a few groups where they're healing things and getting rid of problems, and they eat a lot. There's no restriction going on, but they cut, when they're healing, they cut the fats a lot. They cut the fats almost to nil, almost no overt fats. And I would think, now as I'm saying this though, and as I'm just talking about for me, I like to get my fats in. So if I did something like, you know, I think that's the way I would lean, would be a very clean raw vegan lifestyle diet. If I had something, a major medical emergency or a major healing crisis, that I would just clean up a little bit more. I would probably cut out all the overt fats for a period, just to see, you know, just to really let my body be efficient in cleaning itself out and repairing itself and healing itself. I would probably, even some of the things that I've been stubborn and reluctant to let go, I'd probably let go for a while to see what happens, like the garlic and the onions. Still not sure why the garlic and onions are so bad. I mean, I understand what people are saying, but I also, the other side of the good benefits, I get that too. But when you're healing the body, it's just like, you know, you don't necessarily do your normal routine when you're healing the body. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have gotten sick in the first place. And also, sorry, jumping around here, also there would be some thought to go into it too, because you know, I'm living a clean lifestyle. So theoretically, I shouldn't, I'm not saying I'm bulletproof that I can't get sick, but theoretically, I shouldn't be getting sick a lot. So I guess I would have to think if I got some major illness after doing this lifestyle for 3 or 4 years, I'd be a little bit, well, depending on the illness, I'd be a little bit like, okay, why did I get this? You know, I've been living pretty clean these past 3 or 4 years. But yeah, for me, that I would just, and like I say, once again, listen, look into my eyes, listen to me close so I can don't have any misunderstandings below. This is just what I would do. Go back to the very first of the video, and I think everybody that has any illness, any problem in their body has the responsibility to take the reins themselves and at least be part of it. I'm not saying you're going to heal yourself or you're going to do it on your own, but whether you're going to a doctor, whether you're going to a naturopath, whether you're consulting somebody, well, no, in a natural world, I don't know what you call all the different, you know, the different modalities of healers, but you have to participate. You have to do your research. You have to study. You have to understand. You have to read everything, and you have to be an active participant. So what I'm saying is these are just the things that that are in my opinion. But yeah, I would say for healing, the raw foods and the cleaner the better is the way to go. Would be the way to go for me. You see things these days. I was reading something. It was in a hospital that dealt with cancer not too long ago, and I think it might have even been kids. And I understand they probably were coming. The people were coming from good intentions, but they were making a treat because I guess these kids, you know, have had it pretty rough. And some of the things they're giving these kids to eat, you know, pizzas and burgers and stuff, as a treat, oh, you've had you know, things have been tough, let's celebrate a little bit. It just breaks your heart. I mean, you know, that people don't know any better out there. I mean, they all do their Hippocratic oath, so they're aware of this Hippocrates, or maybe they're not. Maybe they just, you know, possibly doctors just take this oath and they got no idea. Oh, it's the Hippocratic Oath. We've heard of it our whole life, don't really know about it. But the father of medicine said, let food be thy medicine. And it's just a real shame that more people don't know about this, that more people make fun of this, that it's not any, you know, a lot of people want to look at it as some sort of woo-woo stuff or, you know, hippie stuff or alternative medicine. It's no, I would look at it as the real medicine. This is how the body is meant to be healed. The body's not meant to be healed through all these harsh traumas of cutting things and poisoning the body and putting heavy toxins in the body that are supposed to rid the body of disease. I try to wrap my head around it, and I go back and forth. I go back and forth with, you know, what have happened to me, the chemo thing. I know a lot of people in our world are just ready, they're bold, and they're like, no, chemo. You know, intellectually, I know that, but people have lived, or seemingly have lived longer after having some cancers by doing chemotherapy treatment. But I think when I go back to it, I just have to use common sense and logic. And I'm a simpleton, you know, I'll tell you, there's nothing scientific about what this part of what I'm saying I'm talking about, but just common sense just tells me that you don't treat a major illness, a major disease with poison in any way, shape, or form. I just don't see how it equates. I mean, yeah, somebody that's a doctor could explain that away in a heartbeat and just like use a bunch of big words and probably just confuse my senile self. But anyhow, not going to get too technical with this. This isn't some video telling you how to heal, what to do. This is, like I say, once again, I just will repeat this over and over. It's my opinion. But in my opinion, if you're dealing with any major illnesses or whatever out there, and you're eating a standard American diet, well, the first step would just be to eat more fruits and vegetables, eat more of a whole food, plant-based diet. It's really not that complicated. Food is a complicated issue that doesn't need to be a complicated issue. I'm even surprised sometimes at the hold that food has on us, like how we've just been conditioned, and we have perverted food to be all these things other than what it's supposed to be, something that sustains us, nourishes us, and keeps us healthy. I even am surprised sometimes there's people that I kind of almost consider them, wow, this person's down way further down the road than me, and they still put some things in their mouth, or they still have that propensity to fall off the wagon and eat things that just set back the health of their body. Now, yeah, if you're just doing something once in a while, I mean, it's probably not going to, kill you. And I don't like to exaggerate, and I don't like to be an alarmist. I just don't like those extremists, but I do have some of their views sometimes. And okay, now I lost my train of thought there where that one was going. That was going in a different way other than just the healing. But until we really grasp this concept, and we really believe it, okay, that's what I was getting at when I got a little lost there. Even people that espouse this lifestyle, sometimes you almost hear a little confusion in their, not confusion in their head, but almost a little like they're torn. Like they've come to this new lifestyle, they believe it, but they still have to rely on these old patterns of thought, like comfort food. Like the most perverted thing in the world is to use comfort food when you're sick, and that's what so many people do. I've even spoken with people within our lifestyle that will do that, because of the psychological comfort, the mental comfort, the emotional comfort, whatever. They'll be sick or feeling unwell, and during this time when they should be eating better than any other time, they'll slack and they'll eat something that is just so far from optimal that it's actually probably slowing down the healing of their body. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap it up there, because like I say, this wasn't a specific talk. This is just why I do believe that this is the lifestyle to get us to ultimate health. And there's different levels of this lifestyle. I'd say if we're all happy, then yeah, okay, I'm not gonna, if we're all happy and healthy, whether you're Starch Solution, 80-10-10, Ralto 4, you eat cooked, you don't eat cooked, but you're a high-carb vegan. Being on a whole food, plant-based, high-carb vegan lifestyle, I believe, in my opinion, is the healthiest lifestyle out there. And it will help to prevent the most illnesses, disease, and infirmities that we might get in our life. If we have any genetic problems that lead to certain disease, if we have come into this lifestyle sick and it's taken a little bit more to heal the body or to get us to a place of health, then I think you do have to get a little bit more stringent. If you have something that's not such a serious health condition, maybe you need to do all raw, but you don't have to do, you don't have to cut out all the overt fats. You don't have to cut out specific things, this, and this. Oh, well, this food is not good for healing. This food is not good when you're trying to get well from something. And then if you have something very serious, then I don't know. I've asked myself that question, if tomorrow if I got cancer, what would I do? Would I do one of the high fruit healing modalities? Would I do something like a Gabriel Cousens type? I think he goes more towards the green. Which modality, which method, which way would I go? I really don't know. But I think probably by the time someone gets to the point of a life-threatening disease or illness, then it is time to do something extreme, and then you almost do have to go to the cleanest version of this diet, this lifestyle as possible. At least that's what I'd do anyway. Like if life is in danger, screw this. Well, this diet's boring. Oh, I need to eat this. No. For me, it's like if something's life-threatening or if I'm in some major serious pain, I'm going just as stringent as I can. I'm going to try different things. I'm going to try to see how it takes me to get to as clean as I can, but I'm going to do whatever I got to do to feel better. Anyhow, another rambling video. If you like this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Hope you like the video and share it with your friends. Hope you guys start out with a very beautiful, peaceful, loving week. Hope you're getting a little warm weather where you are, and just try to do, you know, no matter what your life is, what your day-to-day life is, what your work life is, even if you're sitting in that cubicle, get up, stretch out a little bit, smile at somebody. What I'm trying to say is make the best out of your day. You can bring a little bit of happiness and peace into your day wherever you are. Love you guys. Peace.